What's up, you guys? It is Margot. What you got there? I'm with Juliann, and we are going to be decorating gingerbread houses. And we're also going to be talking about college because, as many of you know already, we go to the same college. We go to Syracuse University, but we have friends at a bunch of different colleges. And I think we can just offer you guys some great advice. I know a lot of people are getting into their EDs, which is really exciting. A lot of people have messaged me about getting into Syracuse, which is awesome. So we're gonna make these kits as we go through Q&As. You guys asked so many questions on Instagram, so we're gonna do it.
It's your simple gingerbread house making kit.
One question I want to talk about is, how do you decide what college you want to go to?
Oh my god, I have no idea.
So I'm gonna give my advice. After being at Syracuse, which is like 14 to 18,000, no one really knows how many people, I have a few thoughts.
Wait, I think you have lipstick on your teeth. Yeah. And then just...
So after going to Syracuse, I feel like something that's important is that you go to a school that's kind of big, just because I have friends that go to both and friends that go to smaller schools and they love it. However, there are a few advantages to bigger schools if you're deciding between bigger and smaller schools, if you haven't like already decided on small schools. First of all, big schools, you have the opportunity to meet and network with more people. Obviously, that's a given. You also get a lot more choices of classes.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's more types of classes that are offered. Oh, am I doing this wrong?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, I'm confused. Are we missing pieces? If you go to bigger schools, like obviously during enrollment, there's gonna just be more options of classes and different professors and different times that you can take it, so you have more control over your schedule in general, which I think is important.
Also just so many different majors, I feel like.
So many different majors. There's so many random majors at Syracuse, which is kind of dope. There's more reasons, but I just think that if you really don't know what school you want to go to, but you still kind of want to keep your options open with whatever school you do go to, bigger is better. It's Sydney, bruh.
Oh, here.
Asked,
yeah. How
did you find your friend group, and did some of your friends change year to year?
Oh my god, that's always one of your questions.
Yeah, so do you want to answer that? So I met Juliann the first day of school. Well,
we met on a boat in Crossing. We were just kind of like,
we're from the same town, yeah.
And we were like, oh, hey.
Well, we actually met at a bat mitzvah.
Oh, in 7th grade?
Yeah.
8th grade, when we were so weird.
Yeah.
We have like Facebook messages back and forth to each other about the bat mitzvah dancer. We're not gonna name any names, but it got pretty wild.
It got wild.
But then we met on a boat.
Yeah, and then we were both like, oh my god, we live in the same dorm. Best dorm at Syracuse.
I think we need to make the thing a little bigger.
The hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm in day, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in day also.
I think my boat was leaving.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was a very quick...
Yeah. We're on different boats. We're talking a lot about this boat situation, which has nothing to do with the question.
Anyway, after the boat, we got to school and my roommate wasn't there yet, Caroline. And so I was like, oh, why don't I wasn't planning on going out, but...
Did you DM me or did I DM you?
I Facebook chatted you.
Okay.
Because I was like, I don't know anyone else that's here. So I Facebook chatted Margot and we decided to go out spontaneously, just the two of us.
Yeah.
And then we saw...
Caroline
wasn't there. We saw Emily out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Emily and I were actually put in a group chat by...
This is a really long story. Basically, like...
Okay. Basically, we just all found
each other like the first day.
Which isn't like a normal thing.
Yeah, it's not normal. But to the question, I did meet half of my friends after I rushed. Which I met some of my best friends through rushing.
Yeah, me too.
But it's nice. This is like a piece of advice I would say if you're going into college, is like, be open to having multiple friend groups, because that like saves me. Like, I live with one group of friends and then I'll like hang out with another group of friends, and it's just nice not to like, none of my friends really ever have drama, like at all. Like our friends never have drama.
Never.
But
like art.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's nice to just like be able to
like have
do
different
your own
people.
thing. How's your standing up?
Oh, I have no idea. Magic.
But
our friends did change, but like stayed the same. But then we also
met different people. Like we're in different sororities, which we'll talk about. What was the hardest adjustment freshman year? I feel like you should answer this because you hated part of freshman year.
Just because it was so cold.
That's smart. That's really smart.
Well, since we go to Syracuse, it's like freezing cold. I don't know. Like first semester was amazing. It was
first semester freshman year was my favorite semester of college, I think. Everyone says they peak like sophomore year, but we definitely peaked freshman year. It's just upsetting.
We're doing a little Q&A gingerbread house.
Girls, how are you making them here? Hi.
Mom, don't take a business call right here.
I mean, right away, like adjusting wasn't hard for any of us. I feel like we never like were homesick or anything like that right away.
Right. I think it's just like the small things. Like first of all, you're most likely not gonna have a car when you go to.
I was just gonna say that.
Which is like a big thing because you're used to going places at home. Like unless you went to boarding school, you're used to like doing things at home. Whereas at school, we didn't have, none of our friends had a car for the first semester, so adjusting to just like being in one place a lot was a big thing. But definitely if you're homesick, I would say get off campus helps a lot.
So much.
The food is a huge adjustment. So like we had dining hall freshman year, which most people do, I feel like, and it's just not ideal.
Yeah, we ate edamame,
spring rolls,
vegan spring rolls,
lavender lotion.
That's nice. How do you meet guys and make friends if you're not into activities or in a dorm? Well, that was the other thing. Like, we met our group of guy friends before school even started. Well, do activities, first of all, if you want to meet people.
If you're not into activities, get into activities.
figure it out.
Like, try new things.
Try new things. Honestly, yeah, it's everyone. This is my biggest advice, and I've said it in videos before, but everyone who's freshman, everyone wants to meet other people. Like people are begging you in their minds to come up to them and start talking to them, whatever. It's so easy to go up to someone and be like, oh my god, I love your shirt, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, thank you, like, and then you start talking. That's what I found in my mind when someone talked to me. Loser.
Did you panic? Oh my god, thank you.
No, I didn't. I'm so...
No.
I've had so many awkward interactions on campus.
Margot like walks around saying hi to people that she doesn't know. Like she'll see someone she thinks it's a person she knows and she'll be like, hey! And
I have really bad eyesight and I don't wear my glasses like around. Every time I think I might see someone I know, which is basically just like the same hair or something really broad that anyone could have, I say hi to them like really excitedly.
Nicely.
They just stare at me.
I hope you have a good life. And they're like, what?
Okay, anyways, don't do that. What?
It's upside down.
Oh, no it isn't. No it isn't.
Those are the windows. How do you meet guys?
Oh, how do you meet guys? Okay, so
go out and do things.
Go out and do things.
Yeah, we actually met like our group of freshman guy friends like before school.
Definitely the first like 2-3 weeks of school is when you want to be open to everything. Like, don't come into school being like, this is my friend group, because it's not.
No.
And like, even if you like think you found your friend group, which like obviously I did, like I would still do stuff with other people for like the first month of school. Like I'd always hang out with other people because you never know like what's gonna end up happening. So just be really open to hanging out with people
and
every
just, like,
chance
different
you get.
activities.
Yeah.
Doing things.
Oh, okay, yeah. How to stay healthy in college.
Well, when you're in the dorms, it's super hard.
It is. You have to be kind of creative. So like we had a NutriBullet. Hello.
Go to yoga.
Oh, where?
The library.
Oh. I didn't know they have that. Or a piece of toast I like Ezekiel bread with almond butter and bananas.
The issue is like I would always have to toast it at the dining hall and then run back to my dorm and then like make it.
Yeah, most dorms you're not allowed to have toasters. Oh, this is so not stable. Oh my God. It's not even funny. It's literally so not funny. I don't even know.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no, oh no. It sounds like it should be a song.
I just want to talk about like, since we are in different sororities, I feel like that's like an interesting...
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Like people ask me all the time, are all your friends in the same sorority?
And no.
Not at all. Well, Syracuse is a very like, I don't know how other schools work, but you definitely don't have to be friends with people that are just in your sorority. It's not like that at all.
Not at all. Like really the only thing that you do with your sorority is like scheduled parties, and that's like obviously you do like philanthropies and whatever, but it's not like every day you have stuff that you have to be with girls in your sorority.
Yeah.
Like at all.
You can be as involved as you want.
Is rushing as stressful as everyone says it is? Well, let's talk about rushing. Like that's what we want to know. Is rushing as stressful as everyone says it is?
Yes.
It's not. Oh, well, you had a very stressful rush experience.
Yeah.
We'll talk about your rush experience.
I just think I'm a very indecisive person.
It's very hard if you're indecisive
so
because like at the end of the day, all of these sororities are gonna put their best like front on during rush, obviously. So like you're seeing the best of all these houses, so it can be really hard to decide. And not saying that that's fake, like I think it's genuine, but it is hard to decide when all you're seeing is like the good parts to sororities. So I feel like what you have to focus on is like genuinely if you're connecting with like the most amount of girls. And hopefully you get to talk to a good amount of girls because...
To see like all the different kinds of people.
Yeah, because at one house that I went to, like I literally talked to the same person for 4 rounds. And it was just like, how am I supposed to know anything about this house? Exactly. And also I didn't even connect with the girl that I talked to. So I was like, if you're putting me with the same girl, like you don't know like who I am. You don't know me. Would you suggest a super shy person to join a sorority, and how would they get the courage to?
Well, yeah. Like at our school, it's there's like a sorority for every kind of person.
Yeah, there really is.
You really just know. Like I didn't know right away.
I also don't think that's a bad thing. Like obviously, like you don't want to stereotype sororities, whatever, but I think it's kind of good that there's like different types of sororities for different types of people. Like my cousin goes to UVA, and the sorority that she's in is like almost like anti-sorority. Like they just have fun and like don't care about all the traditional stuff, which some people might, but like she found a house that like fits perfectly for her.
But it's a good experience, like rush, because you talk to so many different kinds of people. It honestly like makes you better at just making conversations that are like being able to talk to any kind of person.
There are 2 questions. One is it worth it having a boyfriend in college? And another one is it hard having a boyfriend in college?
Well, I don't have a boyfriend in college.
I don't either.
I never had one. So I don't know. Is it worth it? Yeah, if you like him.
Yeah, if you like, yeah. I will, something I will say though is like, it's very tough to have a boyfriend that goes to another school. I haven't had that, neither has Julianne, but like, just seeing it from an outside, like guys aren't necessarily the most loyal. I don't want to generalize, but at least from what I've seen, there's some sketchy stuff that happens. Now, I don't want to say guys are cheating on you. They're not necessarily, but just like be careful. And also like you're in college for 4 years. Like if you don't think you're gonna like marry the guy that you're dating, maybe just ask if like you can put a hold on it. Just cause like, I don't know.
No,
and that also like, means that you're on your phone so much with people that aren't there, and like, I don't know.
But it's definitely worth it if you love him.
Yeah, of course.
I just don't know that.
Someone said, how do you stay focused on school when there could be distractions like parties? You have to
prioritize.
Yeah, prioritize.
And time management.
So Julianne's in our business school, Whitman, which is a really awesome school, but it is like no joke. Like all my friends that are in Whitman spend so much time studying, like going to their professors, working on homework, like everything takes a lot of time. So I feel like you have to be really good at time management.
And
so how do you prioritize? Like, what's your method?
I always have a calendar with all the stuff I need to do. Make sure that it's all done before I like do social things.
Yeah.
Make sure your relationships with your teachers are strong always. Embarrassing dates, IDK.
Yeah, actually, this is something I do want to talk about. Is like, again, I don't want to generalize, but I feel like it is kind of fair to generalize for Syracuse.
What?
That like guys don't act the way that they should in real life when they're in college.
Yeah.
Like guys don't ask you on dates.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't listen to that podcast.
you have to. Everyone listen to College Boys Thank You Next by Katie Bellotti on Thick and Thin, her podcast. It's really amazing. What?
Oh.
I think that just has to be the garage.
My house is modern and it's an open style. So
Craziest experience at a party. Sadly, I wasn't there, but I think the craziest thing I've ever seen is that video of the elevated surface.
I have
down.
it. You have to add it to
I
the
will. Yeah, Barstool, if you want it, you can pay me for it, even though I didn't even take it. Okay, everyone said if you could experience college over again, what would you do differently?
Oh, no regrets.
I feel like, yeah, I really don't have any regrets. Like, the one wish I have is that it was always warm out, but that's just like the choice of college that I went to. And I also wish that every semester was like first semester freshman year. I think that part of the reason that it was so good is like,
well, the weather
something
was
about
unreal.
Yeah, and like obviously the weather's really nice, but also like being in a sorority is awesome, but there are also a lot of things that you have to do. Like, you have to go to chapter every week. You like, the parties you go to are like planned for you, which is dope, but it also can be like, I don't get to go out with Juliann as much as I used to.
Also, like, our work wasn't as hard.
Yeah.
It was just a simpler time.
Farmland.
Yeah, farmland. Did you notice losing friends after you joined a sorority? That's interesting.
I actually did like lose touch with a group of friends, which is unfortunate. I think also part of it is that like you are so busy with your sorority that if you want to hang out with other people, you have to make an effort.
Yeah, it's
like,
on you.
It was lucky for us that we all lived in the same dorm, but if you didn't, like, you really, and we didn't make that effort to stay as close with like some people, and we're still really good friends with them, we just didn't like see them as much. So definitely, if you're not in the same sorority, you have to make an effort with those people. How do you get jobs, or like how do you make money during college?
Well, for us it was like pretty lucky.
Yeah, serendipitous. I mean, there's no shame in like working for the university. There's really not. Like, there's so many jobs that they reserve for students, like working at the different cafes or bookstore or the gym check-in. So easy. Oh god, oh god.
There's a mall near you. I know a lot of people that do
work
at the mall. No, that's like 30 times worse than what happened to me.
Oh no, I'm so over this.
No, that's so upsetting. Well, well, mine will be pretty. Advice for avoiding fake people.
Well, once you spot that they're a fake person,
Get the frick away.
stop hanging out with them.
Do you like that advice? How to get to class at 8 a.m. and it's negative 10 degrees out.
Oh, girlfriend, I feel you. Just know that a warm lecture hall is waiting for you.
My 8 a.m. freshman year during winter was in Whitman and we were in day.
Yeah, that's awful.
It was so far away.
Take your annoying classes freshman year and sophomore year. I took so many annoying classes last year, but now I'm like on track with what I want to be studying, which is nice. Where do you get all your sweatshirts? Well, I get all my sweatshirts mostly from my dad. This sweatshirt I'm wearing is my ex-boyfriend's. It's comfortable. Will your necklace be available after Christmas? Yes, it will be, but we don't know how long because we already sold out at the first round. So we're on the second round, but order your necklace. Delete that part.
It looks exactly like Patrick the Star.
It does. Patrick Star also. His last
Patrick.
name is Star.
Oh shoot.
The
I'm
dingus.
sorry, Patrick.
Why are you laughing?
What is that? No, 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 no. It was so good.
Yeah, yikes.
I think we're done. To name this biggest fail gingerbread house making 2018.
This is 9.
This is mine.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Although our gingerbread houses weren't the best, we offered some great college advice that I hope you guys appreciate. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope you like the mouse hole at the bottom.
These. All right. You know what? I'm out.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave more college questions below and just normal questions below. Look how much bigger my hands are. Bye.